The four friends, Emma, Jake, Mia, and Ryan, had been planning their camping trip for months. The forest they chose was infamous in local legends, the Whispering Woods, a place shrouded in mystery and said to harbor strange phenomena. But the group, all thrill-seekers at heart, dismissed the tales as mere superstition. They arrived at the edge of the forest as the sun began to dip below the horizon, its golden rays filtering through the dense canopy of trees. The air was cool, and the chirping of birds was soon replaced by the distant rustle of leaves as the forest came alive with nocturnal sounds. After setting up their tents in a small clearing, the friends gathered around a crackling fire. Jake, the boldest of the group, began recounting the legend of the Whispering Woods. "They say the forest is cursed," he said, his voice low and dramatic. "People hear voices, soft whispers that lead them deeper into the woods, and once you're lost, you never find your way out." "Cut it out, Jake," Emma said, rolling her eyes, though her grip on her mug of cocoa tightened. "It's just a story," Ryan added, laughing nervously. But Mia, the quiet one, didn't join in the laughter. Her eyes were fixed on the dark tree line beyond the fire's glow. "What if it's not just a story?" she whispered. That night, as they lay in their tents, the forest seemed unnaturally quiet. Emma was the first to notice, a faint whispering sound, so soft it was almost imperceptible. At first she thought it was the wind, but as the sound grew clearer, it formed words. "Come, find me." She sat bolt upright, heart racing. "Did you hear that?" she asked, shaking Mia awake. Mia nodded, her eyes wide. "I thought I was dreaming." The two woke Jake and Ryan, who initially dismissed their claims, until they heard it too. The whispering was all around them, coming from the trees, the ground, even the air itself. It was impossible to tell where it originated. Gripping their flashlights, they ventured out of their tents. The forest was eerily still, the fire reduced to glowing embers. The whispering grew louder, beckoning them deeper into the woods. Despite their fear, they felt compelled to follow it, as if an unseen force was guiding them. As they walked, the trees seemed to close in, their twisted branches forming grotesque shapes. The whispers turned into disembodied voices, overlapping and incoherent, growing louder with each step. Suddenly, Ryan stopped. "Look," he said, pointing to the ground. There in the dirt were footprints, bare and human but oddly elongated, as though they belonged to something not entirely human. The prints led them to a large, gnarled tree with a hollow at its base. Inside the hollow, they found an old, rusted locket. Emma picked it up and opened it to reveal a faded photograph of a young girl. Beneath the photo was an inscription. "Eleanor, 1932. The whispers turned into anguished cries, and the ground beneath them began to tremble. Shadows moved among the trees, darting just out of sight. "Run!" Jake shouted, and the group sprinted back toward the campsite, the voices chasing them. When they finally burst into the clearing, the whispers stopped, and the forest fell silent once more. They packed up in record time, abandoning their plans to stay the night. As they drove away, the locket sat on the dashboard, its clasp mysteriously sealed shut. None of them dared to open it again, but all of them heard the faintest whisper as they left the forest. "Thank you for remembering me." The friends never returned to the Whispering Woods, but the memory of that night stayed with them forever, a chilling reminder that some legends are rooted in truth